Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Thoughts on Education. So today we have with us the head of the Department of the Pharmaceutical Chemistry at Nirma University, Dr. Hardik Bhatt. So, sir, it is great to have you over here, and thank you for being a part of our initiative and bridging the gap between the students and the institute itself. So, starting off, I'll have you, have a brief introduction of yourself, and then we'll go ahead, sir.
First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity. I would like to say about myself first. I am Dr. Hardik Bhatt. Currently, I am working as Head Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry at Institute of Pharmacy, Nirma University. And additionally, I am also heading the Center for Advanced Instrumentation at Nirma University. I did my best bpharma and mpharma from LM College of Pharmacy in 2002 and 2004. And then I joined Nirma University in 2005. I did my PhD in 2009, and since last 16 years I am associated in the field of teaching. And with Nirma University, I am here since last 15 years. I am heading the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry since 2017.
So that is great, sir. So you have been in the education sector for a very long time. So what has kept you connected to the education sector?
I would like to say that teaching is my first passion, or we can say after I completed my schooling. At that time, we had a very long vacation of around 8 to 9 months because there was a delay in result as well as the admission process. And that's in meanwhile I have joined one tuition class as a tutor, and I have started inculcating my hobby, or I can say my interest in the teaching, and slowly that's had diverted my interest for research as well as the teaching. So during bpharma also I was assisting my faculty members, and after completion of my bpharma, when I was doing my mpharma, I had also associated with the alma mater as a visiting faculty for taking some of the classes in the diploma. And after completion of my mpharma, I started my career in the education field only, and along with the teaching, the research is also my passion. So in the industry, it is very focused orientation regarding the research, and whatever the projects we are getting, we are working on that. But as far as I am concerned with the teaching institute, where the research are also involved, here the faculty members are involved in doing teaching. Apart from that, we are also doing the research with our own interest. So basically working with a young mind, because they are coming with very good thoughts, and many of the time we are also learning with them. So that's why I inculcate my interest in the research, and that I completed my PhD also while I was working, and then I am working on the various teaching and research aspects. So it's my research area.
And that is true, sir, because when you're in the education sector, you get to learn from the students as well, and you get to impart knowledge to the students too.
Yeah.
So it is like a two-way street.
Yes.
So being the HOD of the Pharmaceutical Chemistry Department at Institute of Pharmacy in Nirma, so what is your philosophy of leadership, and how would you describe your leadership style?
Leadership quality, what I feel is not just that I took the decision and then I pass on to my colleagues to do what to do, but I take a different approach for the leadership. I involve various faculty members as well as the staff members for my department when I am working on some projects. Like we get some proposal, or we have to work someone on some aspects. I also give my own thoughts before I arrange the meeting, but then I also take the views from other colleagues, other faculty members, or sometimes also if we have to actually work on the lab scale, they also involve the staff members. And we also consider that their ideas, what they are thinking, and then collectively by mutually agreeing everyone, we take the decision. So it's not just I take the decision and then we imply on everyone to work. But yes, of course, it's a collective decision. But side by side, I would like to also say that sometimes as a head of the department, we have to take some tough calls. So at that time, with the keeping a department and the institute in the prime focus, I work.
That is true, because sir, being a leader means that you would want people to follow you, and having their feedback taken is what people feel that they are being empowered, and of course that is something which they would like to do. So how does the curriculum at the Institute of Pharmacy at Nirma ensure the best practice of the industry?
Basically, at Institute of Pharmacy, our main emphasis is on the overall development of the student. So whenever the student enters in Nirma University, we focus not only on the teaching part, but it's the overall development. So apart from their routine curriculum, what they are following, we also involve them to be taken part in various curricular, extracurricular activities, as well as many of the time we are also doing leadership programs and the skill development programs. So when a student entered in our program, that's how I can say that we are different from the other institute. That from the first day we are having a mentor system, that we take a one-to-one interaction with the students. Apart from the curricula, we also make them to interact with the faculty members, like routine question answer session. So it won't be a routine one-way delivery. I go to the lecture and I deliver what I want to say and then I come out. So it's a different approach we take. We are also having tutorials where we are interacting with a very limited number of students, where students can raise their queries, and then based upon their discussions, we can conclude. We are also having a routine practicals where a small group of batch students are there, and sometimes the masters or the PhD students are also assisting in performing the experimentation. Now, apart from this, students are also involved in various extracurricular as well as curricular activities, like we have a Nirma quiz, which is a national level quiz competition. We are also having the curricular activity. Apart from this Nirma quiz, we are organizing lots of seminars, national seminars, and also conferences. Routinely, a few portion of the syllabus we try to cover by calling various industry experts. So that will give their own expertise, knowledge, that what they want. And slowly, when students reach to the third or final year, we have a specific placement cell, so which works on the development of a student, where a student can be converted into a good worker, where the industry is much more interested. And so we give them a practical session. We also have a skill development programs, mock interviews. And so how we converted a simple student into a knowledge base or a practical oriented student, so that the industry people are easily taken for the job.
That is great, sir. So there are multiple initiatives which are taken to groom the student in an industry accepted product, and I would not say product, but for a student, like if they are wanting to future their career over there in the industry. So these are the skills which they would be needing to go ahead.
Yes.
So what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the college and to the students are?
Basically, we are in the mid of 2 points. Like students are going to the institute, but frankly speaking, student, when they take the admission, they are coming to the Nirma by the name and what quality we give. But then to maintain or to sustain that quality and to reach the expectation of students, what they are coming over at Nirma, they are fulfilled by the faculty members. So we are having we are playing both the roles at the institute or university side. We are devoting our main focus on the teaching to the students, and whenever students are coming, we deliver our we deliver our thoughtful process. Whatever knowledge we have, we are referring multiple reference books, or we can say multiple materials, so that a student will get not only the bookish knowledge. And that's how we are different from the other programs, that apart from a bookish knowledge, we are also giving the student a live examples, or whatever the research work we are doing at our institute and what we are going through the various processes. So we played a major role where a student will get a lot of knowledge or content, so that the student can grasp as much as they can, and so it will be helpful for them.
And that is true, sir, because as faculty always has to keep himself updated to the current ongoings of the industry, to ensure the best practices are given to the students as well. And when there is a college with your repute, of course students would be saying that I want to get in more current ongoings of the industry. So what would you like people to know about your department which they might not be knowing?
As a head of Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, I have to say that we are dealing with the chemistry as one of the toughest subject in the field of pharmacy, we can say. So not only whatever the knowledge we give as a subject, as a part of a curriculum. Here mainly we focused on the overall development of the student, and so from the starting point of view, we make students to do as much as practical as possible, because in chemistry we can't learn that by just learning or remembering a structures or the reaction and the mechanism. So in chemistry, to perform the experimentations, to do your own experiments is much more focused rather than just to remembering what is there in the lecture. So we allow students to perform their reactions or experimentation individually in the laboratory. We give them the freedom as per the curricula what they want to do. Of course, we are following all the safety and every norms which they have to follow. But apart from that, we also give them a freedom so that they can fully develop. As a department of pharmaceutical chemistry, we are much more interested in research also, and we have 5 faculty members who all are doctorate degree, and they are working in various fields, which includes research in the field of cancer, HIV, tuberculosis, inflammation, diabetes. And we do not involve only the traditional approach of just synthesizing the molecules and doing some pharmacological activity, but we use a computational tool. So it's a sophisticated and standardized method for drug designing. Like we use various software to design a molecule and going through multiple processes. So minimizing the time and also the efforts, and we can say we also minimize the cost of purchasing the chemicals and further process. So by the help of computational tools, we design the molecules, and then further followed by that, we are also understanding the target for which we are working on various studies, for various research activities. And so by understanding the target, we also know what type of the chemical moieties are required, and by combination of all these methods, we go for the research purpose. And apart from doing a routine computational or the synthesis work, the faculty members of the department are also involved in characterization or various pharmacological activities, which will be maybe in vitro activity or the in vivo activity on the animal models. So basically, we can say that from a simple starting of design of a molecule up to its animal activity. So full studies type of research are also going on at our department. Few of the faculty members are also working on solubility parameters, where preparation of the crystal, or maybe the using of the various methods for improving the solubility or the activity of a molecule. So such research are also carried out at our department.
That is true, because sir, when you are talking about pharmaceutical chemistry, we cannot be just talking about theoretical knowledge, and it has to be applied as well. And when that is done, that is where people get to make mistakes and learn as well.
Yes.
So what do you see as your department's greatest strengths?
Faculty members and their research interest, I can say that is a biggest strength of our department. As I said that all 5 faculty members of the department, they are doctorate, and one of the faculty members, who is our director sir, is also having a PDF, that is postdoctoral fellowship. So our interest in the research is our core strength, and that core strength, or whatever output and experience we are getting from the research, we directly correlate with the bachelor student or the master student. So whatever the experiences we are getting from our own research, that we directly imply to the students, and students can easily understand with our live examples. We can also show them what research we are doing. And so I will consider the research strength, that is our department.
That is great, sir. That is great. So what are some plans that you are currently designing for the pharmaceutical chemistry department at Nirma? And or maybe you're going to be designing?
At a department level, we are strengthening our tie-ups with the other external university or the institutes, where we can collaborate with them, and for future research projects we can apply. At institute level also, we are collaborating with other faculty members from the other departments and the other institute. Like I'm working on one project with the Institute of Technology, where a system biology approach is being utilized, where a computational software tools has been utilized to prove the theory, and fortunately we received very good results. So now we will apply for the actual research work that we can do at a pharmacy level. So So that will be our main focus. Other faculty members, or I can say overall from the department, our focus apart from teaching, which is our prime focus at the university, we are also focusing on research collaborations with other university or institutes where we can give our best services what we can, and we can also take help from them so that with the mutual benefits we can have a good output.
That is true, sir. Benchmarking is one way of learning what other institutes are understanding and learning as well, and what is it that we can learn from them and what is it that we could give to them to further the industry itself.
Yes.
Of course. So as you are also handling the Center for Advanced Instrumentation, we would like to know more about that as well, sir.
Of course. Nirma University has established a Center for Advanced Instrumentation in 2019, and since then I am heading the center. Basically, it's a one central facility where the major sophisticated instruments are set up and which will be utilized by the researcher or the students, not only from the Nirma University, from across the India. So the center is having a highly sophisticated instrumentation. In majorly, it is divided into 3 areas. That is chromatography, spectroscopy and characterization, and the molecular biology. In chromatography, we have the various instrumentations like gas chromatography, HPLC, HPTLC, supercritical fluid chromatography. So these are the major instruments and which are routinely utilized in the industry for separation purpose. For spectroscopy and characterization, we have the FTIR, homogenizer, high pressure homogenizer, we have particle size analyzer, we have differential scanning calorimetry, lyophilizer. We also have atomic absorption spectroscopy, routinely utilized. We have a UV visible as well as a spectrophlorometer. So all these instruments are utilized for characterization purpose in the industry. For molecular biology, we have RT-PCR. We know that in the era of the COVID, the PCR is one of the technique for identifying, right? So the same way we have the qPCR instrument, we also have the fluorescent microscope, and we have the effects analytical instrument. So these are a molecular biology instrument, and all these facilities are open for Nirma University students, so they can work on various research aspects and they can do some analytical part at the center. And along with that, the center is also open for the research students or the faculty members across India who are working on various projects, and if they require any assistance for any of the analysis, then they can also visit the center, or they can use the services which are provided by us. At the center, we are also open for various industries like small and medium industries which are not having all such instruments, but for their analytical purpose, they can contact us, and that can be utilized for their research work.
That is true, sir. That is great. So my final and last question. So any suggestions that you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Yeah. Current youth, like in the digital era, they require a very quick response and quick answer for everything. But as far as my personal point of view is concerned, I would like to suggest the youth to have some patience while they are entering in the field of the pharmacy. As a pharmacy is a very diverse field where, unlike the engineering where they are having a specialization during their bachelor's only, but here we have pharmacy as a common field during the bachelor's degree, and they study various subjects and they inculcate their own interest, and followed by that they can pursue their own research career in their own interest. So please be focused, and I can only say that you have to be focused as well as having the interest in a particular subject or the area, so that you can reach to your satisfaction.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And thank you for, coming over to this session of ours. It has been very insightful and we have gotten to learn a lot about the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry at Nirma University and at the Institute of Pharmacy. So that is all we wanted to get out of you, sir. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.